What it is, what it do, cyber world. It is your girl, the one and only Ash Said It, ashsaidit.com, ashsaidit.com. Welcome back to the Ash Said It Daily podcast show. I love and appreciate each and every one of you. You know, we got 250,000 downloads worldwide. I appreciate that. I love y'all. All the kisses across the world. And you know, we always keep positive energy, positive light, and I always keep positive guests that come through to the show. So today I have the pleasure of having the CEO and founder of Melanin Origins, Mr. Louie T. McClain II. What's up, Louie?
Hey, how's it going, sister? How's it going?
It's a going, we making some moves, and sleep is one of those things that's not necessarily a luxury that we know these days, but when you're putting in work, when you're putting in that work, you can sleep later. You figure out some time.
Oh yeah. Always time for that.
All right, Louie, so let everybody know, where are you from? What city do you represent?
All right, I'm from Arlington, Texas. Texas, where I'm born and raised. Lived in Florida and Pittsburgh for a little bit, but I'm right back here in Arlington, right back home.
Absolutely, Arlington. So what kind of weather are you guys having right now?
Right now, it's pretty sunny. Actually, yeah, it's sunny. Yesterday was very good. It was like around 80 degrees, but now it was back up to around a little over 90 today. So, it stays hot in Texas.
Yeah, it definitely stays hot in Texas. All right, so let's just jump into it. Melanin Origins, what was the inspiration behind this brand?
Okay, great. Well, first, MelaninOrigins.com. We write children's books about African-American pioneers and other historical pioneers from throughout the world. So pretty much, at this time, I'm 31 years old, and I personally learned about Marcus Garvey when I was 25 years old. All right, and then I learned even more about Booker T. Washington, Du Bois, and the different ideologies and theories around when I was 27, 28 years old. So I came to this knowledge so late in life. Mm-hmm. We want to make this knowledge so readily accessible to our children, because now I feel like, because I tapped into my history and my historical leaders and my ancestors who were strong, now that I tapped into that, imagine what will happen if our children at 4 or 5 years old begin to tap into their historical leaders, and not necessarily what's on the radio, not necessarily the derogatory things that we see on television, right? Mm-hmm. Of, black men getting killed or whatnot. The society's trying to bring down the black man and the black family, right? But if we can show the positive image from a youth, right? Show them the greatness that lies within them. That's our motto, channeling the greatness that lies within them. Then we feel like they'll be stronger mentally, emotionally, and of course, education-wise as well.
Yeah, absolutely. So what was the first, you had this ideal of bringing this information and making it suitable for children. What was the first step for you as far as taking that leap?
Okay, so the very first step that we took was doing the research. Mm-hmm. When the thought came to my mind, the first thing I said, okay, is this information out there already? Mm. Okay, so I began going to libraries, looking through there, bookstores, searching online, and to be honest, I couldn't find it. I found that, of course, there are stories about our leaders, but they're really geared to children beginning around 3rd grade and up. Mm. And then, if you think about this, you go to a bookstore, look for Black history for children. You're going to find slavery. You're going to see civil rights struggle. Mm. You're going to find that over half of those books are written by people who are not Black, and you're going to find a thread of struggle, right? So children 2nd grade and below have been neglected, and those children don't need to see or hear those types of messages at that point in their life. They need to see positive, empowering Black people doing great things, and they need to know that they can do the exact same thing.
Absolutely. Wow. That is incredible, because I've seen the illustrations, and I want to know, okay, so who's your illustrator, I guess I should ask?
Oh, he's a brother. He's actually in Indonesia. He's a great guy. He's a great guy. His name is Mentari.
And how did you guys connect with him?
We were actually referred through another business associate of mine Right. So we refer to another partner.
Okay.
Right.
Cool.
Yeah, he had done work for a a friend of mine. So they connected us, and it was the best thing. He is a part of our niche. When it comes to children's books, I'm telling you, you visit melaninorigins.com and see what we have. See how we portray our leaders. I mean, see the way how we illustrate our books and how we tell our stories, and judge that against the rest of the competition. It's incredible.
It is. It absolutely is. So from inception of coming up with this idea to where you guys are now and the acclaim that you guys are gaining from all of these different platforms and just media that is reaching out to you guys because you had this idea, this original idea that no one's ever done. Did you ever imagine that it would be like this?
No, I mean, not at all. To be honest, our first book, Brick by Brick, a snippet of the life of Booker T. Washington, that book came out in April of last year. And so we've really been on the move for a little bit over a year, and we've been in the Huffington Post. Yeah. We've been reviewed by black reviewers, by white reviewers. I mean, actually, we've been in the Huffington Post twice, blacknews.com. I mean, and then the way how we set the company up, now we've our most recent book is about Dr. Francis, who's a pioneer in treating patients with sickle cell. And we partnered with Sickle Cell Disease Association of North Texas to give 25% of all proceeds of that book back. So we partnered with prestigious organizations. We have a cartoon show, which kids love, where we take our leaders and transform them into kids and allow them to tell their stories through cartoon animation. And I mean, it's just amazing. It's amazing. We set the company up. The framework is there. We have curriculum. We actually have some sisters, Fade to Read. They're a group of sisters that's in South Carolina, and they take books and place them in barbershops, and they do a whole lot of other great things, right? But those sisters took our book and our curriculum, which is created by a doctor of education, and they're putting it in schools, and they're showing positive results. So the sky's the limit. We've set the framework, and I mean, everybody loves what we're doing because it's not available out there except through us, and everybody can see that it's needed greatly.
Yes, definitely. You are absolutely supplying that demand to see in those positive influences throughout history. And like you said, you look at the history books and you go to the library and there's no praise of Black people and their contribution to this country. So I tip my hat to you guys, and seeing the illustrations and seeing the books myself, I was just very proud of you guys. I really am. That you guys have come about this concept to put positive images of Black people out there, and I just love it. I love it. So
I really appreciate you.
Oh, you're such a sweetheart. But so summer, we're on the brink of summer. Kids are about to be out. I know you guys got some things lined up. What's going on next with Melanin Origins this summer?
Oh, great. So we're actually just launching what's called our Cool Genes summer reading program. Now, cool is cool with a C, right? And then genes is Genes. Pretty much that's the concept. That's the concept that how people say cool beans. Okay, cool beans. So whenever anyone does something great, right? Oh yeah, cool genes. That means that these kids were born with the genetics to do great things, and we applaud that. We appreciate that. We congratulate them and their accomplishments. And so, Cool Genes reading program, we actually have that coming up. It's going to be out here in Dallas. We're going to read each of our books to the kids. We're going to do a workshop, asking them what they learned, give them motivational speech, right? And then we're also going to donate books, give them free food, have bounce house and face painting. Just let them come out and make education a fun thing. Create a positive environment so kids can read and learn more about their leaders.
Absolutely. Yes, that sounds like a fun time. And I'll get all the information from you, and I'll be posting up on the blog in coming weeks. We're going to get that stuff out there because I want all my folks that's out in the surrounding cities. I'm here in the A-Town, but I know I do have some folks out there in Texas and surrounding areas that would definitely love to come out and bring their children to these events. So, woo-woo.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and you know what? Speaking of that, no matter where you are, we have a relationship with all three major library systems to the point where wherever you are within the United States, you go to a public library and you request any of our books, right? And then they will get that book and bring it to you for free to that library. Okay, so, I mean, MelaninOrigins.com is where you can go and receive it. We have all quality books. I mean, you can pretty much get all three books for $10 each, no shipping. Free shipping. And you also can just go to your public library and make a request. You know, so we're setting it up. We're trying to make it so that everyone benefits. And of course, like I said, our most recent book, we even give back to sickle cell charities. So
wow.
Nothing but great things happen. And whenever you work with us, the community profits. Your child profits. The sickle cell community profits. Sickle cell is a disease that disproportionately affects people of African descent. Right? Yeah. So, all in all, we're doing our best to look out for the people that we care about the most.
Absolutely. And with all this success and experience and just, you know, and it's also very important. I want listeners to understand that this was not an overnight thing. You just came up with this idea one day and everything was just wonderful and everything just went smoothly. I know that when you're building a company, especially when it's something brand new that no one's ever heard of, it can take some time to get it off the ground. And it can take some time to get yourself and keep yourself motivated. What were some of the ways that you were able to keep yourself pumped up and motivated while building this brand?
Oh, good. Thank you. Because I've had past ventures in the past, and it was pretty much just me. And when it's only you, it can be pretty tough. This time around, I have my mentor who is the editor-in-chief, who is the COO, who's my right-hand man. He's my best friend. His name is Frank Menicon. But this time around, I told him the vision, and he's been down with me ever since. Like, we have not paid ourselves one dime. We've been reinvesting into the company, but he's been driving to Houston. He's been going here. He's been going there. He's been setting up shop, and he's been helping. Like, we haven't crowdfunded. We've invested our own money, and the profits that we get from our customers, right? We take all of that, and we're able to accomplish our goals and create more products. So really, the best thing has been the sweat equity and just the motivation from my business partner, Frank. To be honest, you know what? To be honest, is that, and also the love, like, from you and from when we put this in front of people. I mean, their eyes just get so big. They get so excited because they haven't seen it, and they're like, "Man, I've been looking for this." You know what I mean? And so. And then you being able to have us on the show provides more exposure, and that's the one thing that we know that we need. Once more people know, everybody gets the benefit. Everybody gets this blessing. Yeah. So,
absolutely. You know, the more you know. I mean, I think about, you know, as being a kid. You know, I'm in my 30s as well, and you know, you can only see, okay, there's only so many books with people that look like me on it, you know, and books that go through, and you're not necessarily part of the story. So the fact that kids today don't even understand that was a thing, that was something that actually happened in the past, and they have positive figures of Black people in the media. They can go to the library and get it. Their parents can ship it to the house. There's no question of having positive influences of Black figures in front of them. So it's just, we live in a great time. You know, it's a trying time, but the fact that our kids today, this generation coming up, does not understand that, you know, at one point in time, we were not celebrated.
Right.
You know, right. So to have that is, it's just, like I said, it's wonderful. And what you guys are doing is incredible. Last and certainly not least, In 50 years from now, whatever's going on in the world, what do you want people to remember about your brand?
I want people to remember that at the heart of what we do, we put the community first. What we're doing is for a community of disenfranchised, a community of people who get overlooked, of people who get stereotyped and downtrodden. We want people to know that we put them first. Just like what you said, we live in a great time because we're able to do this at this point. Mm-hmm. But it's also a trying time right now. Mm-hmm. Since 2012 with Trayvon Martin and everyone since then, God rest their soul, right? Mm-hmm. Since then, right, we've been going through something different. And the children that are being brought up in this, what's going on through their heads? Mm-hmm. What's going on through their psyches, right? What's happening? We want to create a product so that for the next generation coming up, they can see and they can know that they are great and they have potential to do great things, and they don't have to succumb, right, to only trying to be a rapper or only trying to be an athlete, right? That they can be a scientist, they can be a lawyer, they can be the next president of the United States. Mm-hmm. We want to show that and reflect that and just like take hold of their brain. Yeah. While they're young, right now, let them know that greatness is in you and you can do anything you put your mind to.
Absolutely. Louie T. McClain II. Louie, let everybody know how they can get in contact with you guys if they need to reach you for anything.
Anything. Instagram's our biggest. Twitter, Facebook, it's at Melanin Origins. That's at Melanin Origins. And then www.melaninorigins.com. Please, I guarantee you'll love our website. You'll love what's on there. Every aspect of it, especially the cartoon. Your children will love it. MelaninOrigins.com.
Absolutely. And we appreciate you guys. And like I said, I tip my hat to you and to your team. You guys are doing phenomenal work. I know it will only continue to grow and flourish. You've only just scratched the surface. I see more and more great things happening for you. This brand, it's taken off. The dream is real. It's happening.
Willen, thank you so much, sister.
Thank you so much. Thank you. And I appreciate everybody that's tuned into the show, everyone that's downloaded the show. I appreciate and love you guys. Remember that no matter what anyone has to say about what you're doing and what's going on in your life, you are capable. You are able. All right. Anyone to tell you that you can't do what you want to do, you look them square in the face and tell them, don't believe me, just watch. Watch what I do. Watch me make it happen. Watch me make history. Because that's what we're doing this for. We're doing this for the history books. Social media is nice, it's cool, it's fun, it keeps us up to date, but real life is so much better. I'll holler at y'all later. Stay tuned.